Alright guys, we're back with top 4 Edison format, Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Bob on the left playing Amaryllis, and Ryan Knight on the right playing Machina Frog. So Bob goes first. Activates Foolish, sends Titanium, so this means he definitely has Miracle Furt. Because if he sends Lone Fire here, the Lone Fire would destroy the Miracle Furt if you tribute it to get a Titanium. So this is why he did it this way and sets one back row. So they're both at 8,000. Ryan sets 2. Bob activates Wind Blast, discards Amaryllis, hits one of the spells and traps. Ryan flips Dust Shoot, but unfortunately he's got only 3 cards. And now Bob is going to play around Trap Dust Shoot for the rest of the game. He knows Ryan's on Frogs. This is unfortunate. So a similar scenario happened to me when I was playing Frogs. I played against Josh J, and he drew into exactly 4 cards. I asked him if he's passing player turn priority, and he top decked MST, because I think he would have MST'd a long time ago. So he MST'd my other back row, and my Dust Shoot was dead for the rest of the game, and I actually won game 1. And then game 2, I lost because of the Dust Shoot, because I couldn't bring back my Treeborn. I had like a bunch of marks in my hand, and then he beat me game 3, so it cost me that match. So I know Ryan's paying. We'll see if it costs him this match. Anyways, Bob at Hidden Armories, Mills, Mark of the Rose, searches DDR. And earlier, Ryan activated Regeki Break, discarded Fortress to pop the Titanium. I think he did it right away, so like Bob couldn't just normal summon any plant and negate it. Anyway, here Bob goes end phase, banish Titanium for Amaryllis, so his DDR can bring back Titanium next turn. And I don't know how well Ryan's deck deals with Titanium. This is not the typical Frog Hero deck. So I think maybe Ryan's Amaryllis matchup might be a little bit more difficult. Just because with the Frog deck, a 3,000 0 runs over Titanium. So yes, I do think Ryan has a slightly harder matchup against Amaryllis. Anyway, he Kaiases the Amaryllis by tributing his Fortress, which would have been worth it. I don't know. I don't think it really matters too much here. Maybe I would have just hit with the Fortress. But again, this locked Dust Shoot is just killing Ryan. Like if the Dust Shoot wasn't locked, but he doesn't even have access to Treeborn, so it doesn't really matter that much yet. It could matter later on. Okay, so he's got MST, Dupe, and I think Econ. I believe we know all of Ryan's cards. It's MST, Econ, Dupe Frog, Trap Dust Shoot. So here he MSTs the DDR, and it doesn't matter whether he negates it or not. So now Bob set. He has Necro Garden in the grave. And here comes Sub. Priority pop the Dupe. So now he can't Dupe lock him. But at least he can go for the soft lock. So he gets both Treeborns in the grave. I've been messing around with with the ratios. Like every time I play one Dupe Frog, I need the second one, but I don't draw it that much either. So it's kind of like, I've been debating, is it worth it to just run one Dupe and not but then, because when I play 2, I draw them all the time. But when I play 1, I never draw it. But then I always miss it. It's a really weird thing. Anyways, Bob flips Raikou, pops a Dupe, it'll miss timing. He mills Dandy, Raikou, Trooper, 2 tokens thanks to the Dandelion mill. Alright, let's see what does Bob do? Summons Plague, so he can make a 4, a 5, or a 6. Let's see which one Bob decides to go for. We know Ryan's back. Well, Bob knows one of them's a dead Dust Shoot. It's so unfortunate. When stuff like that happens and your opponent knows your card and then they play around it, like by accident, it's just really unfortunate. Anyways, here comes Goyo, attack the sub. You probably don't even want to take the sub. If I'm Ryan, I'll let you take the sub, because then he can bring back Treeborn, and then his Treeborn can't be destroyed by battle. I remember that happened to me one time. I was playing against a Flamevale guy at Locals, and I asked him, I didn't tell him that Substitute's effect. He Goyoed my Substitute, and I told him, are you sure you want to take it? And he looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, yes. was like, okay. The next turn I brought back Treeborn. He couldn't destroy by battle, and I lived another turn and came back and won. Anyway, now that that story's over, Ryan tributes the Substitute for Chaos Sphere. Chaos Sphere, when a summon searches any level 3 monster, so he searches Junk Synchron. And Bob flips his bluff trade in, discarding Amaryllis. He drew Lone Fire after trade in. That's good. And I think Debris. Says he drew Debris Lone Fire. Nice draws on that trade in. And you know Ryan's back rows Dust Shoes, so you're not afraid of anything. You know all of his cards. Okay. So here he goes Debris. Get. Now also Chaos Sphere has another effect that once per turn it cannot be destroyed by battle. It's a little annoying effect if you're trying to go for game. Alright, so Black Rose, 2 tokens. Can Bob finish him off here? He's going to top for Plague. Synchro for Armor. Okay, so how much damage is that? Oh, that's... I don't think it's game, but... Let's see, it would take 200, 3,000... No, 200, 14... You can leave him at 1,000. You can't finish him off. But I don't agree. I don't know what Bob's back row is, but I don't like this play because now Ryan, you know he has junk. Again, I don't know what Bob's back row is, but the junk outs almost all your cards. Junk into Catastrophe runs over Goyo and Black Rose, and you just threw away your Armory Arm. Okay, so Ryan drew Cyber Eltonin. So if I'm Ryan, do I go for the Catastrophe? Okay, so this is why he's reading Amaryllis. He's reading Amaryllis to see if he's going to burn him for 800 if he drops Cyber Eltonin. But I think he has to make Armory Arm to turn on his Cyber Eltonin. But is it worth it? To me, I think you're better off just making Catastrophe. To be honest, it's not looking good for Ryan. No matter what he does. Because Amaryllis is just going to burn you. That's why. So here he tributes for Eltonin. So it banishes the machine. The Armory Arm wipes his field. But it doesn't matter that much. That's what I'm saying. At least this plays around like Bottomless and Deep Prison, I guess. So maybe Cyber Eltonin was better than Catastrophe in that sense. And here Bob has a Lone Fire. We knew he top decked with Plague. He attacks the Cyber Eltonin, and then end phase is going to bring out Amaryllis. Yes, so... Like I said, this game looks like it's over. That was an insane draw, but you're still locked by Dust Shoot. Like, Ryan has to, like, rip it, like, back to back. Even then, I'm trying to think, what can he draw? And stop Amaryllis from burning you? Oh, okay. So Ryan scoops. So even if he had gone Catastrophe, it was game. All right, so Bob takes game 1. I don't think the lock to Dust Shoot hurt, but it didn't cost. I think he just got overwhelmed by Bob that game. All right, game 2. Ryan summons Swap, sends Treeborn, and passes standard opening for a Frog deck. Now, let's see. I feel Ryan, like I said, Ryan's deck struggles more so against Amaryllis than the traditional Frog deck. Sorry, the traditional Frog Hero deck, not the Frog Monarch. That deck might be worse. I've played pure Frog Monarchs, and Amaryllis is a tough matchup. You can't even soul exchange them either. Okay, so here, he Caius, he Amnestied the Rug, and Caius the Raikou. And now sets 1. Looks like Bob sided in Cyber Dragon for this matchup. That's interesting. MST, the Dust Tornado from Ryan. Okay. Foolish again. Does he have Miracle Furt again? Foolish Titanium? No, this time he's got Dandy, so he will get 2 tokens. Maybe he has Debris Dragon in hand, or Lone Fire. He could have either or. I mean, that's... I think he plays 1 Debris, 2 Lone Fire. Oh, some Botanical Lion. So it's at 20... What is he going to take, 100? Yes, it's at 25. I believe, what, is gain 300 for each plant? Bob's left with 2 cards in hand. Let's see what Ryan can do. Treeborn in attack mode? Summon sub. Oh, attack the tokens. I guess it didn't matter. He could have just gotten swapped. It was kind of the same thing. Yeah. It's not going to do damage, so just whatever. Alright, so swap, send, sub. So here comes the frog combo everyone loves. Does Ryan have any of the dupes in his hand or uni in his hand? No, both dupes are right there. Okay, is he going to go for the dupe lock or the soft lock? Maybe that's what he's debating. Sometimes you get punished for going for the soft lock. And me, since I only play one dupe, my opponents always have the one brain control. I'll do this play, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then they'll brain Caius me, and I'm like, oh, great. I mean, the dupe luck loses to brain Caius too. Or no. Yesterday, they attack over my substitute. That's what they do. Happened to me a few times yesterday. I think twice in the same match. Okay, here comes Dandy. Bob, you can't do anything. Yeah, I think Bob forgot. Yeah, you can't run over that dupe. People always forget the substitute's second effect. Like, everyone knows the dupe lock, but people forget that frogs can't be destroyed by battle whilst on either player's side of the field. It's dumb. It should be only on your side of the field. Okay. What will Ryan do? What's that back row Ryan keeps looking at? Okay, so he summons swap. Dumps the sub. That's interesting. He kept the sub in the deck. Usually when I go the soft combo, I leave like one swap in my deck and one Unifrog in my deck. That's what I usually do. And the second dupe. Alright, so we're at 79-49. We'll see. Can Bob drew trade in. Gets rid of the Death Titanium. That was a great draw from Bob. Both Dandelions in the graveyard. He's got Hidden Armory in his hand, so... But Hidden Armory doesn't do much, unless you want to Mark of the Rose him to out the dupe block. I guess that's not a bad... Maybe Bob should side in a frog in case you... In case you, like, Mark of the Rose, their substitute, tribute it, just set a dupe frog. Okay, so Hidden Armory, Mills trade in, and is going to search Mark of the Rose. This is the hard lock. Sub and double dupe. There's the regular dupe lock. The soft lock is one dupe, one sub. This is the hard lock. Even Brain Caius does. No, does Brain Caius beat this one? Yes, it does. Brain Caius beats everything. Okay, so Bob sets one. No Amaryllis. Did he pass to Ryan? What's Ryan? Is he debating on getting rid of the back row? Maybe that's what he was debating. He's looking at Treeborn, but he's got to get rid of that spell or trap first. Ooh, Bob caught it. Good. I'm glad they caught it. There's been so many errors on the channel. It's just, when you're in the moment, sometimes you forget some stuff. Alright, so Ryan passes. What back row is it that he can't use that he's locked under? I hope it's not Torrential. Because that's one of the reasons I don't like Torrential and Frogs. Is it Regeki Break, Wing Blast, Dust Tornado? Because Ryan keeps looking at it like he wants to flip it. So my guess is that's not Torrential or Mirror Force, unless he's just bluffing him. No, it was Regeki Break. He hits the new one, which is Rug. Standby Treeborn. Here comes Caius. Banish the set, which is... Oh, it's a Necro Gardener. Kai sits over the line. It's at 22, so he takes 200. So we're at 37 to 79. Oh, what a rip! Oh my god! You guys saw that? He just ripped Lightning Vortex to wipe Ryan's field. I'm sick. Yep, he discards the Cyber Dragon, wipes Ryan. At least he gets double dupe search. But even though he wiped this field, what can Bob do? I don't think it matters. All Bob has is a token and one back row. And no access to Amaryllis. Yeah, I still think Ryan's going to win this game. Look at his hand. He's got like infinite cards in his hand. So bring back Treeborn. I saw people were complaining. I think it was that on Dueling Book you have to keep bringing back Treeborn is annoying compared to in real life. You're just kind of like, oof. I think it was Fraser was talking about it. Okay. Now what? Another back row from Bob. Summon swap, attack him for 1,000, so they're at 27 to 79. Bounce back, swap, and pass. Yeah, see, Ryan's Cyber Dragon can be good against Ryan's deck, but he hasn't drawn any like parts of his Machina engine. That's why the Cyber Dragon's been dead. Okay, Miracle Furt. He changed Dust Tornado to the Miracle Furt and passes. But Ryan just drew Torrential. Pitch to special summon Fortress. Summon Swap. Mirror Force. Oh no, that's game. Never mind. Did Bob use Mirror Force earlier? I don't remember. But anyway, they are going to game 3. Who's going to go back to the finals? These two are obviously regulars on the channel. Ryan's got 4 wins currently. Bob's got 1. So we'll see. Will Ryan get that 5th win or will Bob get the 2nd? Anyways, charge. Trade. Pretty strong opening for Bob. Trades in Amaryllis. Charges, mills, Lone Fire, and Titanium. Now he's got Lila. Summons the Lila, sets 1, end phase, mill, MST, Titanial, and Rug. So he's probably going to banish one of the Titanials for Ami, some people like to call it. Summon swap. Yeah, you can't run over your Lila, so... I mean, the only back row you're going to pop with Lila is usually Ryan's going to... The only thing he'd set would be like a discard trap. I don't think he's going to set the Mirror Force. Pitch Fortress for Fortress. And here comes Bottomless. Ryan's hand is Mirror Force dupe. See, maybe one dupe is correct. Yes, you can't dupe block your opponent. But you also don't... You hardly ever draw it. So Ryan's got Mirror Force, dupe, and another card. What will Bob do? Gosh, I'm a little tired, man. So I'm guessing he just hit him with Lila. No Gores from Ryan. Now Bob sets. Brings back Amaryllis. And passes. All right. Special Cyber. Caius. Summon swap. Swap effect. Bob's got 1 back row, though. He already used Bottomless. Oh, he forgot to mill. Oh, did he mill Dandy? No, he milled Botanical Light, Hidden Armory, Mark of the Rose. So here he runs over Lila and Bob with the Mirror Force. Oh, wow. This is not looking good for Ryan because he's going to take 22 from Amaryllis, which is going to be 3K, and then 17. That's already 47. Yeah, he's taking 47 this turn. Unless if Ryan plays like Battle Fader or something. Can Bob not finish him off? There's got to be a way you can finish him off. He's at 55. Come on, Bob. But even then, 3,047. Yeah, so... And then he'll bring back Amaryllis. So that's already game shot right there. Oh, this is game. Right here. Unless if Ryan's got like a Gorge or something. And Ryan concedes. So Bob is moving on to another finals. We'll see if he can get that second win against Steven Bronder's Blackwing deck. One of his worst matchups. Congrats to Ryan on making it top 4. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll be back soon. Bye, guys.